welcome back to my channel. It's Lexi. I know this video is wildly overdue, like 6 months overdue, I think, since I made my last video. The reason for that is me and Shay broke up, for starters. So I ended up moving from the place we were to another place, and in that place I lost my house, and I almost lost my car, and I lost my job, and like everything started going wrong. So I moved to Idaho with my dad, and him and his girlfriend ended up splitting up while I was there. So I wasn't going to have a place to live, and by the time I had already made plans to come home, him and his girlfriend had fixed things. So I drove from the place in Idaho I was at to the place in Idaho where my dad was, and was talking to my dad and everything, and my dad was like, oh, stay here with me, you know, you could get a good job here, you could pursue your dream in care, and all of this. And Brim and I really considered it, and I was like, you know, I need to go home for Thanksgiving, I need to go see my mom for Thanksgiving, and then if things work out, I'll come back. So I left my dad with my car, and he drove me home to Nevada to my mom, and he took my car. So I ended up moving in with my best friend, who we are not friends, we do not talk, and I'll get into that in a minute. I ended up moving into an apartment with her. I was helping her out at the apartment. I was babysitting her kid while she was at work, because she didn't have childcare. So I didn't have a job until end of October, beginning of November. But I was babysitting, and I was cleaning, and I was on food stamps, so all of my food stamps were going towards the house and everything like that. And then me and her stopped getting along. We started fighting and everything, and she kicked me out. So I ended up moving back in with my mom, who I'm so thankful for, like, oh, bless your heart, man. So I moved back in with my mom, and I needed my car, so I called my dad to go get my car and everything, and he did not want to give me my car back. He wanted me to pay $400 for a phone I had had for a month, and my car insurance, which he was supposed to be paying. He was supposed to pay my phone because I was using one of his phones. He was supposed to pay the phone and the car insurance because he had my car while I was catching up on the car bill. That is not what happened. He flipped the script, and he was like, oh, you know, I'm going to call the repo man on your car, I'm going to turn your car in, and shit like that, which I wasn't having. And my mom took me to go get my car. My mom, my uncle, and my grandpa. My mom, my uncle, and my grandma took me to go get my car. So we show up at his house, and him and his girlfriend, the same one that they broke up while I was there, are together. They're living in the same house. So I show up, and he comes storming out of his house, a man who has hit me, a man who has pulled my hair out, a man who has done incredible, horrible things to me, comes out, and he's screaming at me, and he's charging towards me, and he's calling me all sorts of names. Like, none of this was called for. All I wanted was my car. I just wanted my car. My car. It's in my name. I didn't have ask him for help. You know, like, it's my car, my responsibility type shit. So my uncle gets out of the car, and my dad runs back in the house. I get my car keys from his girlfriend, give the phone back, and leave. And then I get back to my hometown. You know, I have a job. I'm living with my mom, which isn't bad at all. Like, okay, you know, I pay rent, I help her out, I do what I have to do, and all of this. And the whole reason I am making this video for everyone is because yesterday my cousin had her first heartbreak, and she's pretty torn up about it, and she asked me how I got through mine. And I'm going to put this out there, and I'm going to put this out there for everyone. I will always love Shay. Shay is, like, He's the love of my life. I love him to death. He didn't necessarily do anything wrong in some people's eyes, but our lives are splitting apart. We are not the same people we were when we fell in love, which is fine. Like, okay, someday he's gonna make a great father and a great husband, and he's gonna have this wonderful, amazing life, and it's gonna be wonderful and amazing, and someday I'm gonna have this wonderful, amazing life that I deserve. Someday I'm gonna have someone who wouldn't do the things Shay would do, and someday, hopefully, like, I don't want to say soon because I don't want that soon. Right now I'm just focusing on everything I need to focus. Like, I want to be a better person for me. I don't want someone to come into my life and be like, oh, you need to be this and you need to be that, because I don't. Anyway, she asked how I handled that breakup and how I handled getting my heart broken. And I just wanted everyone to know that you don't handle it. It doesn't get easier. You don't just magically wake up one day and you're okay. It had, like I said, it has been 6 months since me and Shay broke up. 6 long, hard, drooling months. And till this day, I still hope that in the middle of the afternoon at 2 o'clock, when I'm listening to a song, or I'm driving down the street, or I'm watching a movie, or I smell certain scent, that I don't want to text him, and I don't want to message him, and I don't want to be like, yo, I miss you. Because it's hard to be with someone for 4 years, even 6 months, and go from that person being around you every day to that person not being there at all. And that's what we went from. Me and Shay got together when I was turning 16, or was I already 16? Turning 16 or already 16, and I moved in with him 4 months later, and I have lived with him since I was that old to the time I turned 20. We grew together, we lived together, we graduated high school together. I graduated college with him. We had our first house together. I had my first miscarriage with him. He was there when I got re-diagnosed with kidney failure, and when they did surgery on my kidneys. Well, he wasn't there, but he was part of my life. I was there when his grandma passed away, and he was there when mine passed away. So, to go from talking every day and seeing that person every day to not seeing him at all, and only talking to him every once in a while when I need something, or when he needs something, or when I'm checking on him, which I guess I do a lot because I don't know why, but I do it, and I'm not proud of it, but I do text him and I check on him because I care about him. Does he text me and check on me? No, he does not, which is okay. Everybody has their own way of moving on, which is fine. Like I said, I wish nothing but the best for him, but when she asked me that question, I just kind of I wanted to cry, because I don't want her to feel pain. I don't want anyone to feel pain. I don't want anyone to be brokenhearted. And she was telling me how strong I am and how she doesn't think she can do it and stuff like that, like heartbreaking stuff. And I told her how I felt. Like, I'm honest about it. I told her that some days I can't do it. Some days there are days when I don't want to get out of bed and I don't want to freaking put one foot in front of the other. But you don't have that option. And it's okay to feel that way, and it's okay to be hurt. It is not okay to stay down, though. And that's exactly what I told her. I told her, you know, she deserves so much more than she thinks she does. And she's so much stronger than she thinks she is. And she just needs to get up. And she needs to do what she's got to do. And she needs to be the best her she can be, because she needs to do that for herself. She needs to find that in herself. And it hurts to see her like that, because you just want to take all their pain away, and you want, like, you don't ever want to see anyone you love in pain. You don't want to see people in pain, period. Like, that sucks. But unfortunately, it's something she has to go through. It's something everyone has to go through. It won't be her last heartbreak, just like it won't be my last. And, like, I told her to get closure because that's what I did. I got my closure. I'm kosher with Shay moving on. I'm kosher with moving on. Am I moving on right now? No. I do not want a relationship. I don't want a boyfriend. I don't want a girlfriend. Like, I don't want that. And if he does, that's fine. Like, I hope nothing but the best for him. I want him to be happy. Even though that happiness is not going to include me. That's okay. He learned what he needed to learn from our relationship, and I learned what I needed to learn. Which took me a long time to realize what I needed to learn. Because I am so closed off. I am a very closed off person. I don't like letting people into my circle. I don't like trusting people. I don't like talking to people. Especially about feelings. Feelings make me so fucking uncomfortable. It's ridiculous. But what I learned was that sometimes it's okay to be selfish. I need to put me first because not everyone's going to. And even when I think they're going to, sometimes they don't. And it sucks and it's heartbreaking, but I need to stand on my own 2 feet for me. I need to do things for me. I need to be this person that I know I can be for me. I need to do things because I want to do them, not because I need to do them for someone else or because someone else needs me to do them. Even though helping people is so great and it's so wonderful, sometimes you need to take a step back and be like, that's harming me in the long run. And I'm slowly learning that. I'm slowly learning that no matter how hard I try, people are always going to take advantage of me, and it's just something I'm going to have to learn to deal with. And while I haven't learned completely to put myself first, I am. But I just wanted to let everyone know what I'm up to and how my life's going, and that if you're going through something similar and your heart's breaking, I will hear you out. I'm here. Like, you can talk to me if you so please. And if my little cousin sees this, you know, I love you. And I'm here for you as well. I miss you guys. I'll try to be on more often.